then the justice, in fair round belly with good capon lined, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances, and so he plays his part.
That performance of the Death in the Maiden Quartet by Schubert brings to an end this concert given by the Allegri Quartet.
With the end of the Second World War, the BBC entered a new phase in its history.
Who keeps stopping up that sink?
The home service remained largely as it always had been. The Forces programme became the Light programme, and an entirely new service was launched in 1946, the Third programme, an unashamedly highbrow network programme devoted to the arts, to serious discussion, and to experiment. The new idea was that you would go for these different audiences, and they had characters of their own.
I say, sir, you've got a mole on your neck.
Have I really?
Yes, you have. Go on, shoot, get out of it. Go on, go on. They come in from the river, you know, sir.
Only one thing wasn't allowed, and that was to be a Philistine. Not that what was expected.
Well, I must say I'm rather looking forward to an evening of music and culture. Sounds as if it might be rather unusual.
Ada Gordon, violin, James Barton, violin, Patrick Ireland, viola, and William Pleath, cello. They're to play music by Ravel.
As far as the third programme is concerned, and I think that it's the third programme that should be picked out in relation to this period, it was designed to encourage its audience to enjoy itself without crutches. But the very early press reactions were mixed. The Daily Express called it the timeless wonder. The Times was enthusiastic. C in BBC stands for culture. Nonetheless, it went on to point out, as Reith might have done, that there was a danger in fencing off a group of more exacting listeners from the rest.
The playing of live music simply encouraged more people to want to listen to the kind of music they hadn't been able to afford to go and listen to in the concert hall before. And they wanted to go out and buy the record of it. So the radio helped records and records helped radio. So here we are, the black box. But what's inside it? Let's have a look. It's in fact a gramophone. Where's the radio? Ah, by this time the radio had got relegated to simply a tuner on the plinth below.
To this day, the BBC is thought of as the organ of the, as it were, genteel and respectable elements in society.
Anything wrong with that?
Well, in the public mind, how people spoke on the BBC was associated with a certain type of middle-class education, a certain type of middle-class life, so that it came to seem an organ.
Came to seem?
Yes.
Came to seem?
Yes.
Who's responsible for that?
Well, I'm not saying anybody's responsible. I'm just saying that it's something that happened as a result of a decision that you took.
But would you have taken anything different? Look, I'm sorry, if local dialects are disappearing. I can still talk myself as broad Glasgow as anybody you would hear, you see. But I don't think I should talk that on the wireless. I think that the language that the announcers were taught to speak in the early days was the very best thing we could do, in that it didn't particularly irritate one part of the country, or any part.
The third programme's share of the audience during these early years fell far short of what had been hoped for it, although it was said that there was no decline in intensity and appreciation.
The 7 Ages of Radio continues later with the 6th age, the arrival of television.